For my code keepers, for my 500 code keeping families, 500 code keeping Nagas. We did it again. Man, we did it again. Boots to the ground in JoiWorld, and my Nagas are still popping off. My Nagas know. I ain't gonna be no spokesman. We ain't no salesman, man, just selling you stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you see what we doing. You know, I only want support from the real Nagas, you know what I mean? That know that it's gonna take, you know what I mean, just steady water. You know, we, are almost halfway, through what we raised so far, you know what I mean? Just getting the materials up, man, getting the storage units and things in play, man, and, getting the right Nagas, you know what I'm saying, to guide us, man, and making sure that we got a beautiful, long-lasting cedar fence, going, really sprouting out from one cornerstone. Love to my bro, Coach Clay, but man, hey, I wish I had my dragonfly applause, man. My bro Clay came up, man, and, he got some great expertise, and, I enjoy when a Naga, you know what I'm saying, got the drop. I enjoy getting in the back of the class, man, and letting you take the wheel. And the bro, is a great leader, man, and he just told Nagas where to go, where to be. And, I'm grateful for Nagas like this, man, that, just know when to step in and how to step up, man. And the bro utilizes expertise to get a great cornerstone popping, man. We call that corner of the fence the cornerstone, man, where the fire pit is, man. Love to the fire starter, Hezekiah. And it's beyond Ahab to see the stars, at night over JoiWorld, and you still are working your land. We took a great Shabbat, and we popped off right after Shabbat all night long, man. These are the type of Nagas I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? And you know who you are, and everybody who's involved, all the contributors. It took the entire village at Nagaville, and my Nagas are continuing, because we're going to need continued support to finish this enormous project, building a beautiful cedar wood fence on an entire acre of land. We're not just building a fence around the house, we're building a fence as a wall of protection, you know what I'm saying, as the beginning, even symbolically, something that we can paint blue, purple, red, my Naga, white linen, gold thread, my Naga, and have the most beautiful fence in Utah. I imagine the most beautiful fence in Utah. If you ain't had a chance to contribute, man, pause this. It's just a vid, man. It's just a video. Just pause it and come back in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you support Ahab, Ozaline, Perry, keeping the water flowing. My anonymous contributors, man. Look at y'all. You know what we need. Steady water flowing. Tyler, Toyon. I don't know. It's Toyon. Hope I'm saying that, my Naga. I'm trying. Toyon. I think I got it right there, man. Ahab, my Ock Tyler, for the contribution, man. For the fence. My Naga to build. We are building Nagas, man. I look around and see my Aqua Charmaine getting it in, man, carrying lumber, man, like it ain't no thing, My Aqua Abia keeping the fire going, man. I mean, the Aqua just making sure the Nagas were, nurtured and nourished, man, with everything we need, man. And also, carrying that lumber, man. The Aqua carrying a crossbow, making sure Nagas is straight, man. Hey, how Aqua Abia. It feels so good, don't you agree, man? Dizzle, where you at? J Law, where you at? My Nagas, twin cons, what it do, man? What it do, Dizzle, Fitty, J Law. Hey, Brother Nature again, provides so much focus for the tribe. I just enjoy allowing my Naga to, spark off and just give us what we need, man. And it feels great to see these type of leaders in our tribe, you know what I'm saying? Our leader is HaWah, you know what I'm saying? Our leader is HaWah. But when it's a Naga's turn to take the wheel, a Naga know how to take the wheel, man. And, I give AHOP to all the dragons on the wall, all the ox and aquas, man. Fresh from the balconies, man. Days off the balcony, and to see that vision there can hit this type of checkpoint here, and we could pop off in Utah and Judah. Because these cities we're hearing about, like St. Thomas being underwater, and it gotta have you thinking at least like, could it be? You know what I mean? When you read stuff like Shiloh and the Shiloh Lake and it's Shiloh Show Low, and you gotta at least question it, my nigga. Like, could it be? Could it be, man? Is it possible? This is what this investigation is about. This is what this, vision, the support you're giving, it allows us to ask these questions, and we just want a safe space, a hijack free zone, to call home, that we can keep the code and, learn how to be, autochthonous, learn how to be indigenous again, learn how to be original again. Ahab, all my anonymous family, Contessa Taylor, my Ak Mikael Sanders, all my anonymous Nagas popping off. I appreciate all y'all. Kylie Harper, Chauncey Brown, Eddie Rodriguez, all my anonymous Nagas, Jorge Negron, or George Negron. All my anonymous Nagas, man, that got us there, man, to the goal. We ain't gonna forget you, my anonymous Naga. Drop the bag and say, hey, how far y'all away? 1,177. Here's the bag. And my Naga got us there, got us popping off. And where are we now? Eric Mays, Abigail Silva, Phyllis Thompson. You know what I'm saying? My anonymous Nagas, Jerkery Strickland, Gary Stewart. My Nagas, you see all the repeat contributors, man. Levy Ball, Pluto Nash, man. Steve Mosley, all my anonymous Nagas, man. Kajelly Holmes, Wes Crockett. I mean, so many, man. Repeat code keepers, repeat contributors. Man, AHOP to Nagas, man. All my Nagas that made it possible, you know what I'm saying? Because while I'm sitting out there with all this lumber, you know what I'm saying? All these 4x4s, all these 2x4s, 2x6s, all these shovels, and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, to make sure we have a level fence. All this concrete, my nigga. And that's where they get you on the concrete, especially if you get that, the fast setting stuff. It's like $5 a bag. You know what I mean? You might need 2 of those per hole. So that's like $10 per hole just on concrete, my nigga. And you're going to need a bunch of holes, you know what I'm saying? So, it all adds up. But everybody you're seeing, man, there's a piece of lumber with your name on it. We're going to make sure your name's on the wall. And I'm serious about getting amethyst crystals to all my Nagas as well. Chef Condi and I want to baruch you with some crystallized flow. So make sure you email us music@432thedrop.com. And, hit us with your shipping address so we can, ship you a beautiful crystal and just continue to ship you, great thoughtful gifts, man, from Drop Nation. We're gonna continue the baruch, what I'm saying, for all my contributors, and just to show AHOB and appreciation to all y'all. Hit us up, music@432thedrop.com, man. All my Nagas, man. You see it, man. You see it, man. It took all y'all. Hey, for JoiWorld, it took all y'all. AHOB Peculiar Joy. My sister dropped a donation. Didn't even know where we were going to put it to, but we ended up adding it to our land fund and, making sure we could secure our land right there, because that's where it begins. We're going to continue building our other piece, up the mountain. But right here, we just had a perfect piece, in a perfect location, and we didn't want to let the opportunity pass us by. And AHOB Peculiar Joy for the spark, that we can get this done, this particular mark hit, and like I said, it takes the whole village. Who knows who's gonna have the bag, man, but my Nagas dropped the bag at the right time, and we finished the job, you know what I'm saying? We are some job finishing Nagas around here, and we won't stop until we finish the job. So we got so much to catch up on, but my Nagas is so patient, so pure-hearted, man, and my Nagas just, truly, enjoy being witnesses, and just knowing that my Nagas is witnessing us and make sure that we are on our point, that we are spiraling up, hitting our checkpoints, and we will continue for the cons. And we're talking about real construction, man. Building this fence is true construction, man. Love to the bro Hezekiah. Let go, man. Hey, Five Eyes my man, shooting them screws and them 2x4s, man. Ambassador of Tribe Up Music, most high over everything, man. Look out for us, man. Let's go, man. Five Eyes popping off, man. Hey, all these contributions added up to over 10,535. 500 over 530 over our $10,000 goal. And this ain't even including the donations on CashApp and PayPal, AHOP to all y'all. My contributors hitting us everywhere we can get it. And, you know where it leads to, right? More construction. Yeah, they say it's not cheap to build a wooden fence, less a cedar wood fence. I mean, come on. And we say, yeah, but we got 500 code-keeping families that's going to get us there. I don't care what it costs. I don't care what it takes. It only takes us a little bit. $20 turns into $10,000 for 500 code-keeping families. And $100 a family turns into $50,000. So don't say we can't do it. Don't say we can't do it when we got 500 code-keeping families, 500 code-keeping Nagas. Don't say we can't do it. Don't say we can't build all of our lands. One drop at a time. The right cons are going to be there for the job. We KTC. We all one drop. It don't matter, man. Hey, man. It's all about who plays their part. You ain't here to play your part, then, my Naga, then, you've chosen not to be on this wave, man. This ain't my wave. It ain't your wave. This is HaWah. We are surfing the wave. That is our leader, HaWah. Our Khan, our king, HaWah. Make no mistake about that. Hey, but we all got a role to play. We all got a function to fulfill. And this is what we do. In code, in order. Look at us, man. Look at us, man. We some Nagas from the city. Why we out here building a fence? Oh, yeah. We kept it level every turn. You know what I mean? And going with the natural slope of the ground. My Naga Clave said, hey, if it ain't level, we got to bring it all the way back. And there's a few times we had to bring it all the way back, redig some holes, re-level it, and start again. In the middle of the night, no matter when it was, my Aquas was there. We was popping off. Knowing when to lead, knowing when to follow, that gets us there. Having no ego, being one drop, because we have one vision of our freedom, of our separation. Hey, if you got to choose where to make your stand, my Naga, then build it. Build your stand. You know what I mean? Build your fortification and watch HaWah rock out, man. Let HaWah rock out, man. But if you just say, hey, man, well, I can't do it. I don't have enough to do this. I don't have enough to do that. But if you join the code keepers and you're one of the code keepers, then we can start working together to free all of us. Oh, you need 10 racks to do that? Code keepers, mount up. $20 a piece. Dub a piece. Bang, homie got 10 racks. Ak got 10 racks. Aqua got 10 racks. Oh, this construction is going to cost $50,000. This construction is going to cost $100,000. 100,000, whatever. Oh, well, that's a couple $100 a piece for the code keeping families. Can we raise $200 a piece for 500 code keeping families? Cause that's gonna get us to 100 racks. $200 a piece. Can we do the math, my nigga? The math of unification. We breaking the spell. The separation is an illusion. But when you get it financially popping off, man, you start working together by just putting up $20 or a couple $100 to get to $100,000 by putting up only $200. You're now moving strong. Because once you get to 100,000, you're gonna be like, whoa, can we put up $2,000 a piece and get to $1 million? My naga, you rich and you don't even know it. You might have never dreamed of touching mills so quickly, so easily, but now you say, oh, all I need is 499 families, just like my family, and we all put up $2,000. We save up, we got $2,000, and that turns into $1 million for a project in need, a project that we need, self-sufficiency we need, fortification, security we need. My naga, we can really pop off. Tribe Up Music, oh, we're out of here. We are out of here for the tribe. Proceeds going back to Nagaville. Come on, man. Nagaville Productions, where we got our own studio, our own flow. We can put our own images, my naga. Our own teachable moments for our droplets, for our youth. We can put that and put together a budget, $1 million budget for a film that we want to do. Nagaville, we're out of here. Because we got 500 code keeping families that put up $2,000 a piece. Now we got $1 million budgets for whatever we want to rock to make sure we get our point across, to make sure it's special, to make sure we hit our mark in every single field, everything we do, everything we touch. We building. We're rocking music, we're rocking music, we're rocking film, we're rocking film, we're rocking, you know what I'm saying, our own curriculum and our own platforms like our frequency of learning. And AHOP to all my nagas signed up for the frequency of learning. We're hitting that off this month, bringing all these playlists back to you. So we're going to make sure we take care of all my nagas that's been there patiently supporting frequency of learning, which is our curriculum for children, music, and games. Just look out for the new flow, coming right through frequencyoflearning.com. Chef Candy, my mama drop, she's been an educator all her life. Now she's been re-educated with all this drop, and she's ready to provide a great curriculum for all our droplets, man. So just look out for us, man. Right now we're building a wall of protection, but we put our minds together, man. We can build anything. We can put $1 million together. We could put 10 million together, 50 million together with 1,000 code keepers. Why do we got to stop at 500? Don't we got 1,000 code keepers? Come on, man. You see it, my naga. You see it, my naga. We just popping off. They just tuning in. HaWah. HaWah. They just tuning in. Yeah. This corner right here, we're going to call this the Cornerstone. It's the corner that popped it off. It's the corner that we had to make sure it was fully in line, fully in order. You know what I'm saying? This the Cornerstone. One day, my naga, you'll get to visit. One day, my naga, you'll get to live, in JoiWorld. And you can call it the Cornerstone. And we can meet you by the Cornerstone, my naga. Because we just popping off, man. Hey, support JoiWorld. Halal, HaWah. Support JoiWorld, man. You know, it's a beautiful sight to see your wall at night. It's a beautiful sight to see your wall at night. You are the wall of protection. We just popping off. ThaWaDa, click the link below and let go. It feels so good, don't you agree, man? It feels so good, don't you agree? Whoso loves knowledge loves correction. Whoever loves knowledge, Ama is your knowledge. That's your mama. Then you love correction. You're not stuck in your ways, afraid to change. You want to be pure water. If you really want to be pure water, then you allow yourself to be framed and shaped. You allow yourself to be crystallized. But a lot of you don't want to be pure water. You just want to be right. You just want to be right. But you ain't right. You ain't right. So you're going to have to relearn everything. You're going to have to reteach everything. If you want to be pure water. Whoso loves knowledge loves correction, but he that is brutish hates reproof. Don't be no brute. Don't hate the reproof of HaWah. A good man shall obtain favor of HaWah, but a man of wicked devices will he condemn. A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall never be moved. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that does shamefully is as rottenness in his bones. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. The words of the wicked are to lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. A man shall be commended according to his intelligence, but he that is of a distorted understanding shall be despised. Better is he that is lightly esteemed and has a servant than he that playeth the man of rank and lacks bread. A righteous man regards the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Well, the NAGA knows this well, because we've been under the tender mercy of Hijack City for a long time. Too long, man. Too long, my NAGA. It's been far too long. The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He that tilleth his ground shall have plenty of bread, but he that follows after vain things is void of understanding. That means you don't got mama, because mama tells you in Proverbs 8 that she is understanding. Power is mine, she said. But if you till your ground, you shall have plenty of bread. And to do that, you need to get back home, man. You got to till your ground again. You got to till your ground again. And that starts with the wall of protection. For JoiWorld. The wicked desires the prey of evil men. The wicked desires the prey of evil men. But the root of the righteous yields fruit. A good tree, my NAGA, don't bear bad fruit. Bad fruit don't come out of a good tree. I'm talking about the fruit, not, the, static or the hijack that tries to attach itself and cleave to the tree. And I'm talking about the actual fruit. The fruit. For Drop Nation, we're just beginning to see the fruit. We're just beginning to bear fruit. It ain't no bad fruit coming out of a good tree. It ain't no good fruit coming out of a bad tree. So you don't got to believe in me. You ain't got to believe in a person, in a man or a woman, but believe in the fruit, my NAGA. I'm talking to Drop Nation, man. Believe in the Cornerstone. Halal, HaWah to the code keepers for believing in the fruit, my NAGA. We just popping off, man. Man, I'm just fresh out of, fresh out of reality, Coming back from JoiWorld is like getting back into the Matrix, Out there, we just fence building Nagas, you know what I'm saying? Dirty every day, with the good dirt from JoiWorld. And that's natural just to be dirty. Like, you're just dirty, you know what I'm saying? You're always building something, always doing something, you know what I'm saying? That's natural, That's HaWah, Abba. In the cities, everything is, you just in the mind of a hijack, man, So I can't wait, and this is something that we're going to continue to flow, a great rotation of Nagas in and out of JoiWorld just to continue the building of the fence, so it's not too much on, one particular family or this and that, you know what I mean? We're going to have a good flow, if that's you, you know what I mean? And, start building with us, hit us up, just become part of the flow, you know what I mean? That's how we do it around here. It's a vibration thing, you know what I mean? And we don't just throw people in that we don't know or haven't, had an opportunity to really vibe with, you know what I'm saying? We got families to protect. We got children, you know what I'm saying? So we move very quietly. You know, we don't, we talk Udall, but we don't really talk specifics about things, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just us being protective. But, build with us, and if we move a little slow, it's just because, we're very protective, and, but once it's pure water flowing, it's pure water flowing. And that's all we can say, about that. But hit us up, email us, music@432thedrought.com, or leave great comments and just keep building like you're doing, you know what I'm saying? One day, my NAGA, you'll be there in real time, Halal, HaWah. We till our ground, my NAGA, we building, let's go. Verse 12, the wicked desires the prey of evil men, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. And the transgression of his lips is a snare to the evil man, but the righteous comes out of trouble. A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the doings of the man's hands shall be rendered unto him. The way of the fool is straight in his own eyes. Nothing to see here, boss, in his own eyes, right? But he that is wise hearkens unto counsel. A fool's vexation is presently known, but a prudent man conceals shame. That's big right there, you know. A lot of Nagas wear the emotions on their sleeve, you know what I'm saying? But that's only a vibration of being a fool, you know what I mean? To show how vexed you are or irritated you are. Everybody got to know that you're irritated. Everybody got to know you got an issue. You got to bring everybody's energy down with you. You know, that's a fool's vexation. But a prudent man, you know, a righteous Naga, you know, conceals shame, you know. It's a way to carry your flow, whether you're up or down. You feel down, you know, there's a way to carry yourself, you know. Only those that know you, only your counsel, you know, gotta, you know, what that shame is, what you're feeling, you know, what the confusion is, what your irritation is. Everybody ain't gotta feel that. You don't have to affect everybody's energy because you just popping off. That's very selfish. And we get a lot of that, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. He that breathes forth truth utters righteousness, but a false witness deceit. He that breathes forth truth utters righteousness, but a false witness utters deceit. You get a lot of that too, right? Bearing false witness on your brother. Something you not a witness to, you don't know about, you just think you know something. False witness. Because you wrong. So it's deceit. There is that speaks speaketh life like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. Speak like the piercing of a sword. That's how powerful your words are. Words can pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. So a wise Naga, their vibration that they speak is going to bring you life. It's going to bring you health. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. You might feel like you got them, confused and deceived. You might feel like your lying tongue and your false witnessing brought, some unbearable shame to a Naga's doorstep or something. But man, that's just for the moment, because the lip of truth shall be established forever. Deceit is in the heart of them that devise evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. There shall no mischief befall the righteous, but the wicked are filled with evil. Lying lips are an abomination to HaWah, but they that deal truly are his delight. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. Everybody don't have to know everything you know. You think I go around meeting people just dropping hella drop on it? Nah, man, I do more listening because people like to talk, Hey, a prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. And I know how it feels when you got to pop off. You feel like you're popping off, but not everybody need that. And sometimes it's kind of selfish, you know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes your heart just wants, or in your heart, you might just want to show how much you know what I'm saying? Rather than really listening to who that person is. And, you might just have one thing to say to them based on listening so well that leads them right to the water, pure water. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to combat everything, because they talking something about the gravity. You don't have to get into the flat earth conversation. Like, just listen and hear where they're going. And then, give them a seed, that can grow, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm learning as well. So we're all learning together. We all been that person that just pops off, you know what I mean? Verse 24, the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute, man. You're going to be a slave if you're not diligent in your work, popping off. Care in the heart of a man boweth it down, but a good word maketh it glad. A good word makes it glad. Make your heart bone, glad, happy. The righteous is guided by his friend. Yapa. The righteous is guided by his friend, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. The slothful man shall not hunt his prey, but the precious substance of men is to be diligent. Keep going, my nugget. Keep the water flowing. That's what we mean. Be diligent. Don't stop. Keep your feet moving. Keep the fire burning. Verse 28, Proverbs chapter 12. In the way of righteousness is life. HaWah. HaWah means to exist, to be established. HaWah is your breath of security, your secure breath, your foundational revelation. That is your life. In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, boss. You mean all Nagas don't gotta die? There is no death in the pathway, in the way of righteousness, man. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this up, my Naga. There is no death. Body bag for the illusion. Body bag. That's a body bag, Daniel. That's a body bag for the illusion of death, man. That's a body bag for the illusion of death. Hey, man, we out of here. So it appears to me, as crazy as it might sound to you, based on what you have been exposed to, based on what you have witnessed, based on out of coldness, you've seen many people die. I got it. Everybody must die. Drop you crazy if you say we don't all die. I get it, because that's all you know. That's why you're going to tell me that with some certainty that I gotta die, that such and such gotta. You're going to put that energy on us, right? No contract. We make no contract with the wickedness. Only the wicked die, man. You just haven't witnessed a community of in-code Nagas that are in the way of righteousness, because in the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof, that is of righteousness, there is no death. My Naga. We just popping off. Oh, we can do it like this. Oh, we can do it like that. It appears that our best life insurance is to KTC. Keep the code in the way of righteousness. Come. Hit the easy button, bread. Is that simple? All right, so as we shift our discussion back to the underground cities, I'm going to get some great comments, and we're going to surf the wave and ride it out. My Naga, we're going to take a fantastic voyage. I just always got to take you there, because I got to take me there, We got to meet at the crossroads. We got to meet at the Tao. And, we're about to get back in our cities of gold, talk a little, Tao and Zia, and Estabanico, you know what I'm saying? But right now you need to focus as they pump up death and death and death and this many deaths and that many deaths, and it got you in the frequency of fear and death. You need to remember there is no death in the way of righteousness. I mean, my Naga, did you forget? Did you forget? My Naga must have forgot that there is no death in the way of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you. You know, is this an allegory? Is this some type of metaphor, simile? Maybe drop it don't mean what it say. You know, maybe we're just taking it too literal. Drop too literal. So what's the Fountain of Youth about? That's just mythology. Drop. Gotcha. Hey, look here, man. This is when we, might have to separate and take two different paths. You have a limited path. You made your mind up. I'm taking the path of a small child, and I'm going to see the world like a small child, and I'm going to believe in the impossible. Because to that child, it's impossible to be a slave. It's impossible that people are this wicked that they're really putting other people in slavery. My little droplets was asking me about Nagas that were being hung from trees and some drop they heard. Like, yeah. I said they called that the strange fruit. I said you came in a time that all this evil and wickedness is really going to be looked at, real clearly, and you're going to have to crystallize it. And even those small children knew exactly what I meant. How do you explain to a small child that there's people this wicked that will hang you from a tree? But back then, when they hung Nagas from trees, they had all their family watching. They made sure little Tommy was watching. They were raising him to be that evil, that wicked. And now we have to explain to them that this exists. When I look at my droplets, I know it's possible. Everything we believe and everything we saying and everything we doing, that's confirmation. That's all the confirmation we need. Is to look in the eyes of our droplets and say, you ain't no homeborn slave. But what's your plan, drop? What's your plan? What's your battle plan? What's your plan to be free? KTC. Because in the way of righteousness, there is no death, man. You the head and not the tail, my Naga. I believe in HaWah. Without HaWah, I don't got no plan. I can't take HaWah out the equation like you want me to say something practical to you. I'm talking San Banyan rivers. I'm talking tribes that were separated by the fiery water that you can't cross on the Shabbat. I'm talking water that brings you back to the age of 32. I'm talking dragons. I'm talking Psalms 18. Fire out of his mouth, smoke out of his nostrils. I can't separate HaWah from the equation just to make it convenient for your head bone. But look up at the stars and wonder what they are. And you'll see clearly that he exists. She exists. Love the Dizzle Fitty. Ama has always been the supreme delight of Abba. And there ain't no pop-offness without that oneness that comes from the complete unification of our frame and our shape. Nothing happens before your mother is created, before she is popping off with your father. Without that combination, without that coming together, nothing else is. Just read Proverbs 8, nice and slow. Nothing's popping off without mama, without wisdom. There is no death, my NAGA. What can we say to that? What can we say to that? There is no death, my NAGA. But the precious substance of men is to be diligent, and the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. So my battle plan is the KTC. That's as high of an order that I can ever establish with all my Ibaru Nagas all across the plain. Because once you encode and you building up your land, we know we got, another fortified city that HaWah is protecting, that's shining with us, that's powering up with us, that's seeing clearly with us. That's all we can ask for, We utilize these platforms like YouTube and IG. We utilize that to crystallize through it, but none of that can explain the fullness of who we are. YouTube can't explain khandrop. YouTube can't explain who you are. Social media can't explain who you are. You got to be that, man. You got to step up. You got to be that. You got to get your family in order by any means, my NAGA. And I know that's where the struggle, a lot of times is, man. And, that's where the battle's fought, won or lost, right there at home, man. And for all my NAGAs going through it, just know that in code, you're going to win. In code, you got to be diligent with what you are walking and what you are talking at home, man. And believe in HaWah, the hand of the diligent, verse 24, shall bear rule, my NAGA. You will bear rule over the static and over the disorder. Don't be slothful in how you flow. Don't be slothful in how you keep the code. Nah, then you're going to be under tribute. You're going to be under tribute, but care in the heart of a man bows it down. But a good word makes it glad. The righteous is guided by his friend, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. A slothful man shall not hunt his prey, but the precious substance of men is to be diligent. In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. Let's go, man. We out of here, man. Pop off for the real cons, man. Pop off for the real cons, man. Hey, fair use in your caboose, bone. Hijack City. Fair use in your caboose, bone. Let's just get that established right quick. We're going to do some teaching, some criticizing. What else does it say? We're going to do some reporting, teaching, some scholarship, research, fair use, all right. 107, you get it. We're going to dig on a couple things, man. We're going to dig on some stuff. AI to, man, the happy monk, man, for that great flow where it. Shalak. That 432 hertz. Relaxing guitar music. All right, concentration, man. So I love that flow right there, man. My children love that one, man. We love to read to it and just let it flow, man. We're going to jump right here, man, and before we talk about some of these underground cities, let's get it, man. The Zone versus the Mac Fillmore split. I want to hear a little bit about the story in Fillmore. And it might not be about a flood per se, but there's many ways to, tear your enemy down. It's not just about the dams and flooding the cities. I don't want to get lost just in the water, but they did it in they did it in so many other ways. It's the exact same way to bring your community down, to turn it into something else, as if it was a reservoir, as if it was a giant lake, but they just turned it into a whole new city, like the gentrification flow, right? So there's so many ways they've been doing this to us, man. And here's another story about a NAGA city that was thriving that turned into utter projects by design, literally signed for by the president, my Naga. And power to my Nagas in field mode, man. You already know. Shout out to the Zone and the Mac. Let's bring it together, because red plus blue is that purple crown, man. Let's go. Oh, and shout out to my Naga Swamp Stories. You're doing your thing. A great narration. And he put some real spill in there too, just like this. So fall back, let's dig on it. Swamp Stories, let's get a few minutes. And just dig on what they did to the Naga city.
First of all, thank you guys so much for all the support. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. For this episode, we head to the Fillmore district of San Francisco, an area once called the Harlem of the West for its jazz clubs and thriving businesses. People would come from all over the country to have fun in the Fillmore. The area was fast growing with hundreds of successful black businesses and new home ownership. The thriving community would not last long though.
President Truman takes another step forward in the emergency housing program as he signs a bill authorizing the appropriation of an additional $250 million for the construction of 100,000 housing units.
Everything would change.
My Naga, that's the damn dam right there. They just put how many millions of dollars to construct just a bunch of housing units, man. That didn't go towards benefiting communities. They push Nagas out or turn them into just straight, projects, pushed out the businesses. So this was like a way for them just to erase all the mom and pop stores, to erase the economy. These Nagas got businesses thriving and they just take them over. They just had the right to take it over. Their whole livelihood, everything is in their economy, their flow. Many Rosewoods, my Naga, this is just another one. And Fillmore. Let's get this again on how easy it was to hijack this thriving community, man. For real, for real.
To the Fillmore district of San Francisco, an area once called the Harlem of the West for its jazz clubs and thriving businesses. People would come from all over the country to...
So they had thriving businesses. Somebody got their record shop. Somebody got their deli, whatever, you know what I mean? So they popping off. They doing what they doing. And then what?
Have fun in the Fillmore. The area was fast growing with hundreds of successful black businesses and new home ownership. The thriving community would not last long though.
President Truman takes another step forward in the emergency housing program as he signs a bill authorizing the appropriation of an additional $250 million for the construction of 100,000 housing units.
Everything would change in 1949. President Truman, along with San Francisco's Mayor Elmer Robinson, classified the Fillmore district as the slums. They decided that the neighborhood needed their help to provide affordable housing. Well,
they just tore an entire home apart so that they can build their little apartments and projects. They're tearing down homes. What's the difference between this and the damn dams flooding in? What's the difference? It's just a different, methodology. You know what I'm saying? Different method, but it's the same result. They're tearing down a thriving community that's thriving. without them, that has the black dollar, right? The black dollar circulating, right? Circulating within the community. Then they just tear it down, man. What's the difference between this and this opening the water? I guess these are the areas that maybe they said, oh, well, it's not beneficial for us to flood it. Let's just take this shit over. Let's just take it over. Forget the flooding part. We don't need a reservoir right there. We don't even need it. You know what? Let's just take it over. Let's just tear down their homes and claim everything with a stroke of a pen.
Units.
Everything would change in 1949. President Truman, along with San Francisco's Mayor Elmer Robinson, classified the Fillmore district as the slums. They decided that the neighborhood needed their help to provide affordable housing. Well, somehow they had the rights to take over all of these homes and businesses,
Wow.
and they had no mercy at all. They would remove thousands of residents from their homes against their will, and they told them they had to live across the bridge in Oakland. They bulldozed nearly the entire Fillmore district in 1 year. All the jazz clubs, shoe stores, record stores, repair shops that were owned and operated by the community were gone just like that. The city built endless units.
Wow. I mean, like, you think we know this stuff, right? You think it's just, Swamp Stories, doing a great job. We know something happened, but for some reason, as we hear it now, and you see the difference between the architecture and how beautiful and delicately designed these buildings were that they bulldozed down, and what they replaced them with is mundane prison-looking bullshit, man. And you drive there today thinking that this is what it was. When if you can go back 100 years, you see these beautiful buildings, these beautifully crafted, beautifully detailed buildings that they can't even duplicate today. They're tearing down stuff they can't duplicate today, and the hijack builds this mundane scrap. So you have no inspiration living here. This doesn't feel like you at all. It feels like a prison. Look at the detail of the buildings they tore down, and look at what they put up, man. And it's happened so many times. Look at what they're tearing down as compared to what they put up.
Affordable housing. Well, somehow they had the rights to take over all of these homes and businesses, and they had no mercy at all. They would remove thousands of residents from their homes against their will, and they told them they had to live across the bridge in Oakland. They bulldozed nearly the entire Fillmore district in 1 year. All the jazz clubs, shoe stores, record stores, repair shops that were...
I'm not gonna look at the detail and the stuff they were tearing down, right? Just, showing a delicate touch, right? Just showing craftsmanship, showing authenticity, creativity. I live here in this creative looking place, right? Someone took the time to make details into this, right? Artwork, pillars. And what do they replace it with?
That were owned and operated by the community were gone just like that. The city built endless units of public housing, and when the residents returned from Oakland, most of them would decide not to come back. Their businesses were gone, and their beautiful homes were turned into
projects. Look at this, man. Now they got the 5G shit all over them, right? Before this was a beautiful, towering place, and now it just looks like a damn city prison. And when you really get your head around the fact that you're still in a prison camp, you're like the prisoners that maybe not behind the wall, maybe you're not in the hole, but you're still in jail. You still need a passport to travel, right? You still need to show your papers to get from here to here. I mean, that's how you treat prisoners, man. You should be able to travel freely, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Manaka, you in prison. Stay-at-home orders, mandates, you're in prison. If you don't see it by now, you ain't never gonna ring that alarm, Manaka. Let's go.
projects. It was just too much to handle for many residents. Others had no choice but to return. The neighborhood had changed into something completely different. It became dark, and it had a new element that was not there before. The criminal element quickly took over the Fillmore district, and it divided a once unified neighborhood. Fillmore Street became the divider between two rival sections.
And then you got the separation, and he goes into all that, you know what I mean? But I just want to show you, man, how quick it happens in that tidal wave. And this is a repeatable, observable science of this type of separation. And whatever city you're in, you're going to see government infiltration, man. Tearing down your neighborhoods one way or the other. In the 80s, they did it through drugs, right? So, the crack and all that was the Hoover Dam, you know what I'm saying? That's the damn dam coming through the cities, you know what I'm saying? So they have many different methods to split us up. These NAGAs used to rock together. Then they got split up, and then they started claiming zones and towns, but these aren't their zones. Same thing with blood, crib territory, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? We get put into these areas, you know what I mean? Then we start repping them and all this stuff. And then now with someone, you know what I'm saying, suffers, and then somebody else got to suffer, and then the suffering never stops. So how do we get to the purple if the blue and red can't come together, man? The purple is the crown chakra, the 432. You got to come home, man. Shout out to Swamp Stories, man. Go hit him up, man. And, he does like to put, some great, focused recon in there sometimes, man. So I appreciate the bro. Let go. I just want to dig on some comments, man. Great drop, you know what I'm saying? That my Nagas, really, I think y'all really felt this because, it really hit home, seeing so many of our cities underwater. You know what I mean? You can go get this drop called Google Earth Satellites Confirm Negro Cities Beneath American Lakes.
This should let you know something about yourself, my night.
Yeah, man. I'm just going to let drop pop off, man. Lake Martin. Oscarville.
You got builder hands, man.
Facts.
They playing chess, and they pushed us into these other areas that they knew they could flood, man. Same thing with Katrina, But you already had this, so where are these structures now, man? Where are all these structures? They didn't knock all this stuff down.
All these beautiful craftsmanship, right? Torn down or flooded. Can you imagine this beautiful structure? You built it, you and your Nagas, and now this is underneath what? Lake Martin? Lake Lanier? What's this, Benson? Yeah, so this is Lake Martin. It's now covering this particular place right here. Lake Martin. Man-made lake, just like we got last time. All these man-made lakes, right? Then we talked about St. Thomas, Nevada, another ghost town underwater. Yeah, you got to question it. Is it the St. Thomas? Johnstown getting flooded? Which John? Which John are we talking about? These things just start hitting home as you unravel, this puzzle, man. But get that drop. I just want to focus on a few comments from that video. Hey, out to my reels, man. Let's keep that water flowing that we had going on, man. Let's keep this water flowing right here, man. While we dig on some comments. Kirk McGee, he says, this is why they don't want true American history taught in school, folks. Facts. Constance Haynes says, like Central Park, sacred burial ground, it's a damn shame how we're the mess. They claim rights to every goddamn thing. This is a disgrace. Hey, hop, Constance Haynes. Thinkers forced you to think. Since you've been doing these uploads on flooded cities, HaWah put it in my spirit something. And a heathen told me a long time ago. He said, quote, one of our local lakes used to have houses there, and they didn't clean out the houses when they created this larger lake. So I went digging. The articles I found didn't admit to that. They said the houses were close to the lake. The lake has a couple of islands in the middle of the lake they say was our grave site. I also found an area near the lake we once gathered together for events. They marked it with a sign. I recently went to the site and repented for my people, asking HaWah to forgive our people who gathered there that broke his covenant he had with us. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, HaWah say that when we wake up, we're going to be weeping. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be taking responsibility for how many devastated, not just cities, but our people, you know what I'm saying? Our people in those cities, This does not work out of cold, my NAGA. This does not work out of cold. You have to take responsibility. You have to, make your highest choices if you want this to work. Your parents aren't going to accept anything else, you know what I'm saying? Abba don't accept nothing but pure water, pure-hearted NAGAs, that really want to be here. You can't really want to be here if you don't want to listen to that which has framed and shaped you, has given you breath and security. And you want to go your own way and go after these gods and go after their holidays and worship their money and yada, yada, yada. And you want to thrive according to their system. You want to talk crypto and you want to talk, virtual reality stuff. You still ain't seeing clearly that that's not HaWah's way. HaWah doesn't have a future, another 200 years of you being in slavery. You only need crypto if you plan on being a slave a little longer. We plan on being free, man. We don't need no more matrices. We just want freedom, man. We can barter. We'll be fine. We don't need it. We are already rich. We don't need it. We just want to walk out of the matrix, man. Exodus. Can you dig it? NAGA, can you dig it? Exodus 20 got us in cold. All praise HaWah. Separation. Yeah, don't build with us if this is not something you want to do in code. Don't do it because you just want to, you just want black people to do well. Nah. Do it because you want code keeping NAGAs to do well. Put the code before everything you know. Put HaWah before everything you know. That's how something like this comes together. That's how we form a wall of protection. Let's go. Hey, how for a great comment. Thinkers force you to think. HaWah. Zion Dove said, please research. Okay, Lake Oconee, Oconee, and Milledgeville, Georgia. They excavated 10,000 to 20,000 year old artifacts before a dam was built in the 70s to flood it. It's also linked with a particular or a popular mound called Rock Hawk, and also held a more modern day, very large community that had houses, cotton gin mills, and a plantation and more. Ahab, Zion Dove. Well, you came to the right place because I definitely want to recon a little bit about this Lake Oconee, and while we're digging on a little Google Earth, let's go ahead and see what we can find, man. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and dig on some Google Earthness. Just last time we was digging on a lot of different lakes. I'm gonna dig on that Lake Oconee, but just remember this right with that Lake Mead. I want to see if these ships are still there, because last time we saw a cluster of ships, man, posted, line it up like stars inside of Lake Mead, man. Let's see if they're still there, man. See, man, we had to go inside to find these lights that were just popping off. Oh man, did they bounce? Woo-wee. Let's see if we can find them, man. Okay. I think we see something. Ooh-wee. My NAGA, what is this? I see red, I see blue. What is this, man? My NAGA, come on, man. Come on, man. I gotta take a screenshot of this, man, before they disappear. You know how they do. A cluster of ships in Lake Mead. What do you think? What do you think? What are these things? Because you don't see them in the other shots, right? Just random lights in the look, when I zone, hold up. I gotta give myself one of these waypoints, man. I gotta waypoint this place, man. Unidentified submerged objects, lake. Me. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, come on, bring me on back. All right, so I just want to, keep that at your forefront of your mind, Bone. That I don't know what this is, I see different colors, like this red joint here. A NAGA, what is this? And that, and that, and that, and this, and that. Different colors, different vibrations. I don't know. A NAGA, what's this bright greenish, yellowish situation next to this white situation? Come on, man, What's happening in Lake Mead? Huh? What's happening in Lake Mead? Okay. Now, Lake Mead, it flooded out a beautiful town called St. Thomas. And you can research St. Thomas, Nevada. Now they call it a ghost town. But it's now a part of Lake Mead National Recreational Area. Right. Within the park boundaries lie a ghost town that was inundated when Lake Mead, or flooded. They don't want to say flooded, inundated when Lake Mead was first filled up in 1930s. Once a Mormon settlement, St. Thomas. Once a Mormon settlement, right. Because they just settled there. What was this place really, man? Are they hiding the real St. Thomas, man? We see St. Thomas pop up in the Preston, investigation quite a bit. Thrived as a stopping point between LA and Salt Lake City along the Arrowhead Trail. So this is a connecting area, a city that connected Khalifa and Utah, right? Today, remnants of the town can now be seen thanks to lowering water levels of Lake Mead. So folks like, oh no, the lakes are draining. We're like, yeah, man, drain them lakes, man. We want to see what's under there, which is due to severe drought conditions. Oh yeah, HaWah's going to drain these damn dams, man. Drain these lakes, drain these reservoirs. Once the town was flooded higher than 60 feet above the tallest structure, now visitors can roam the ghost remains of a true western town. And what else? St. Thomas lies in the northern part of the park near Overton Arm along Muddy River, which feeds into Lake Mead. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. Yeah, this Hoover Dam, man. This damn dam, this Hoover Dam, man. Yeah, man, it's the Hoover Dam, huh? Look at this damn dam, my niggas. Look at this damn dam. Jamming up Arizona, jamming up all the Grand Canyon flow. Oh, this damn dam done sunk a lot of Naga cities right here, man. This damn dam done sunk a lot of Naga cities right here. Since 1935. At the Colorado River being redirected, Look at this stuff, man. Look what they do. Shutting it down, shutting down the water, man. The water should be flowing right through here. They're redirecting it to flood more cities. This big old machine, this weaponized machine of water. They make big weaponized water machines, man. And you got a Naga City right under this joint, man. Right under this joint, man. They don't even let us see what's under this joint. It's as close as we can get. Uh-huh. Oh, you got a lot of pop-offness under that Hoover Dam, man. Tell me you don't see all these structures, my nigga. Tell me you don't see this whole city underneath here. Tell me you don't see this whole city underneath the Hoover Dam. Okay. The places you can't see on Google Earth. Remember this? Pixelated. All the blotches. This is what Google Earth does, man. When Google Earth was first launched in 2001, it was a revolutionary. It literally put the world at your fingertips, but not everyone was thrilled with the meld of satellite technology, and Google wizardry meant every building on the planet could be seen by anyone with an internet connection. As a result, there are dozens of places which appear on Google Earth as a mass of pixels or blotches. Pixels or blotches. Or as nothing at all. So just because you don't see nothing, don't mean nothing ain't there. Ain't nothing to see here, boss. Yeah, right, Naga. Keep looking. You just don't want to see nothing now. You like the pixels. You like the blotches. Some are self-explanatory. Others are completely mysterious. And here are some of the most interesting places you cannot see on Google Earth, man. So clearly they're blotching out very interesting places, right? Right in your face, man. Literally. You can't see them. You don't know. Why? Huh? Why? So imagine when they pixelate and blotch out the waters, right? I just need you to know this is what they do on Google Earth. This is what they do. Back to the water, right? Back to the water, right? See all this? It's the same thing they're doing right here. Look at it and make it make sense, man. Why all these blotches? Why all these pixels? This is a complete world. Complete world. And all I did was belly flop into the water that's being dammed up by the Hoover Dam. Huh? What? What? They going crazy with the pixels. They going crazy with the blotches, right? What is this? What is beneath this Hoover Dam? What is underneath the Hoover Dam? I don't know, but it's covering a whole bunch of more pixels and blotches, right? What is going on in the Hoover Dam? Why not? Looks like a ship. I don't know, my NAGA, I mean, some type of situation, right? The satellite is picking up a situation, huh? Some type of situation in the Hoover Dam. Damn. Okay. So we're looking at the pixels and the blotches, the NAGA city and the Hoover Dam. Lake Mead. Some type of pop-offness. My NAGA, what is this, man? Yeah. Oh, okay. Cluster of ships in Lake Mead. I don't know, man. Stars and quasars popping off in Lake Mead. I don't know, man. How far do they go? I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the Lake Mead show. Maybe it just ain't nothing. Maybe it ain't nothing to see here, boss. You know. Yeah, it's just ships. Man. Hey, Lake Mead, you're supposed to be just some type of reservoir, man. You got a lot of explaining to do. You know? You got a lot of explaining to do. Uh-oh. You know, my trained eye is starting to see some things. Starting to see some stuff, man. All right. It's a lot of pop offness, man. Must be a special place, this St. Thomas. This looks like an ancient tree root, right? Like a tree stump just popping off, ready to pop back off, man. See the roots, man, still rooted. Oh, yeah. Wow, wow. Yeah, it must be a special place in Lake Mead. What they call it. Oh, yeah. It's been inundated. St. Thomas, now a ghost town. Inundated when Lake Mead was first filled up in 1930s. And at one time, the Mormons came in. Yeah. Yep. That train's never late. That train is never late. Let's go. Hey, look out for a brand new series called Mormons Digging Deeper. We will be digging deeper on this whole situation, man. Just popping off, man. And what the family say? Please research Lake Oconee in Georgia. So they excavated over 10 to 12,000 artifacts before the dam was built in the 70s to flood it. Okay. Let's stay focused, man. Let's stay focused. Let's put in Lake Oconee. We're doing some recon in real time. Love to the family. How do you spell it? Coney? Georgia. Here we go. Where's it gonna take us? Where we gonna go? To Georgia. Let's go. Lake Oconee, love to the family, man. We going in there, man. Let's go. We going to Lake Oconee in real time. Okay, what we got? Some murky waters around here, man. That's what they wanted to believe. So this is all supposed to be water. They just made this a big green slop. Yeah, fam, they hiding this for real, for real. They didn't even make it look blue or nothing, huh? It said Lake Oconee is a reservoir in central Georgia, United States, on the Oconee River near Greensboro and Eatonton. Created in 1979. All right. So just like the family, said it was created in the 70s now. You ain't got to go too far to start seeing the pixels and the blotches immediately start coming in. But, they put so much of this green stuff, man. They don't want you to see too much. I'm all the way in, man. See what we can find in Lake Oconee. Yeah, you don't see those big stars and quasars, man. We got to get back to Lake Mead, man. This is pretty dope, that we were able to, even though they don't show as much, we can at least be on their neck bone, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to these lakes and these damn dams. So once in a while, you might find a gem. You might find you a gem floating around in Lake Oconee, man. Huh? What's this, man? What's this, man? A little jewel. A little gemstone. Okay. But in this view, you can at least see some of the outlines of the pixels and the blotches that they put up, clearly hiding something, clearly structures underneath Lake Oconee. And like the thing on Google Earth said sometimes, man, as a result, there are dozens of places which appear on Google Earth as a mass of pixels, blotches, or as nothing at all. So just because you don't see nothing, boss, they've done their job, you know what I'm saying? They've blotched it out, or you see nothing at all, no pixels, no blotches, just nothing. And it doesn't mean that it's not something. So they made this one look like a whole lot of nothing. You see some of the pixels, some of the blotches, but again, look how green they made it. But look how large it is. So we can start to recognize this type of terrain, and know immediately what we're dealing with. Another dam. How many acres? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres flooded underwater. Wow. So what the fam say again? It is also linked with a popular mound called Rock Hawk. And also held a more modern day, very large community that had houses and cotton gin mill and a plantation. So I wonder if they named the town that was flooded by this damn dam. Flooded town. Ancient mysteries. Okay, I like the mystery stuff. Let's go. Immediately you start to see your things. You start to see your stuff, huh? Artifacts of the Oconee area were recovered during a previous excavation. One artifact, a Clovis projectile point. They say the Clovis Nagas is some of the oldest Nagas already here, estimated to be 12,000 years old. The artifacts are currently on display at the Putnam Museum for public viewing. Ancient Native American pottery tools and pipes, as well as a chucky stone or hockey puck-like stone that the ancient Greeks used in a game similar to lacrosse, as pictured as well. The mystery of Lake Oconee are about to be revealed to all. Questions about who the first inhabitants of the Oconee Valley were and other remains of the old cotton mills and old plantation artifacts may lie buried beneath the lake's cool water. These treasures need not stay buried for long. A Lake Oconee cruise may or will uncover more answers and give participants a chance to be part of history. May 19th, archaeologists have discovered 3,000 known sites underwater. 3,000 cities or 3,000 sites. We just saw how large that area is, right? and the cruise will allow participants to learn more about the community in which they lived during the 1970s. University of Georgia archaeologists, with funding from Georgia Power and support from state and federal agencies, surveyed the Oconee Valley area that would form Lake Oconee. The lake basin was filled in 1979. They still been doing this, not just in the 1912s, all the way up to the 1980s, man, and 90s, man, and 2000s. They still building dams. The lake basin was filled in 1979 after the construction of Wallace Dam. Archaeology has more than 3,000 sites in the 70s, but thoroughly investigated and excavated less than 30 of the most promising sites. So they saw 3,000 and they excavated 30. They excavated 1% of what they found, right? Of the most promising sites, and removed the artifacts to the University of Georgia. So just like in Kalalus, you got the University of Arizona playing a big part of things, and the Arizona State Museum. Over here, you got the University of Georgia playing the same role, and the federal, agencies, of course. Larry Moore is chairman of the board of directors of the historic Piedmont Scenic Byway Corporation. Quote, there is so much mystery folklore attached to this area. We will go by the sites underwater. We'll be giving a longer history of the area, and we will have a booklet that will have more information. We will also cover Rock Hawk and the history behind the dam. There were more than just Native American sites that were flooded. There is a very old plantation that was flooded. All this connects to the indigenous NAGAs, same people. A mill community that was built in 1845 was like its own city. A whole mill community was its own city. So they're letting you know they're flooding cities with these damn dams. They had a church, homes, cotton gin, and other mills. And I keep saying, what's the familiar component, the familiar variable when it comes to these sunken NAGA cities? You're going to see a church, right? And in that church, who do they worship? Quick, go, go, go. Most likely, who are they worshiping? You already know. Rule number one, my NAGA. No power before your power. So as heartbreaking as it is, we got to take responsibility. When we build, we got to make sure it's clear. No power before HaWah. When we popping off JoiWorld, man. HaWah. Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's a mystery, this Lake Oconee. Many of the artifacts were preserved and currently located at the University of Georgia and Georgia Power financed much of the previous excavation before the land was flooded. The archaeologists surveyed the area and took about 8 years. They surveyed the sites and were able to cover 28 due to the time and money constraints, depending on the size of the sites. It can be very time consuming and expensive. The archaeologists had to make a choice. If everyone had taken the time to do all 290 sites, the year 2050 would have been the time frame for the dam, and none of us would be here, Moore said. Oh, so he's saying, hey, well, if we would have looked at everything, we still would be looking. We wouldn't have never built the dam. So we just had to expedite things so we can build this dam in 1979, and we'll excavate 1% of these NAGA cities, and we'll flood out the rest. The year 2050 would have been the time frame for the dam, and none of us would have been here, Moore said. Artifacts for more than 12,000 years ago to 100 years ago were found during the previous excavation in Lent. So there's no doubt about it that there are NAGA cities popping off. that they're dating back 12,000 years, these artifacts. Oh, but they from Africa. They from Africa. You know, they from Africa, boss. Nothing to see here, boss. And either you break the narrative or you know that you already found here. You already been here. They're finding your artifacts and it's letting everyone into the real story, man. That you didn't just get off a slave ship, that they're finding your artifacts, Kaleilu's bodies on bodies and Kaleilu's dated back before they can even connect any genealogies, man. All right? Your genealogies might connect you to a couple things, but you're not going to connect all the way to the root of it all. You're going to have some type of leap of faith to fill your shoes, because ain't no one else can fill NAGA shoes in NAGAville. Just keeping it real. No one else could walk in your shoes, man. That's a big gap in history, and only your big old feet can fill them shoes. Artifacts from more than 12,000 years ago to 100 years ago were found during the previous excavation and lent at least a partial view at the various cultures during the lengthy period. A partial view, my naga, into your culture. Georgia Plant Power Lake Resources Manager Scott Hendricks and more will explore the archaeological sites and ancient cultures of Lake Oconee, my naga, including prehistoric ceremonial sites, early historic plantations, as well as rock hawk. So that gotta be some drop in this rock hawk. Wallace Dam in the Oconee Wildlife Management Area. A site map will be given out to follow the tour. A unique, detailed, related booklet will be available for donation. All right. Cut the malarkey, man. Cut the malarkey, man. They're letting you know that plantations, man, all your cities, your civilization, your flow, everything is already home. Hey, shout out to let's get the name right, man. Hey, that was a great lead right there. This is Lake Oconee. You know, clearly we got to keep digging over here. It seems like a treasure trove of artifacts, a treasure trove of the real spill they found right there, man, right there. You know, in a very important site, a very important area. You know what I'm saying? And this investigation we're on, that's what it's leading us to. You know, these particular reservoirs, these areas that we can dig on, that's still there. You know, so much the hijack can do. They didn't have that much time to dig it all up. You know, they had to excavate, what they could. But, it seems like they were instructed to just cover most of the stuff up, man. Dodge the hijack, man. Dodge the hijack. It seems like they were instructed just to cover most of the stuff up, not necessarily to dig too deep, but it almost seems like they were mainly focused on you not seeing you. The hijack just don't want you to find out, who you are. At the end of the day, they don't want us to find out who we are. Man. Over there hijacking, man. They can't stop the drop, man, because we're going to keep digging on it. We're going to keep looking further into the reality of things, man. I wouldn't do it with nobody else, man, but with the home team, man. Only with the home team, man. Is it even worth it, We don't do it for the many over here. We do it for the few. Hey, shout out to Zion Dove for that. Let's check it out from One New Creature. I just researched my state of Kentucky, and indeed, flooded cities, the TVA, or Tennessee Valley Authority, did much of the flooding, and now there are huge lakes present. Lake Barkley, Kentucky Lake. A shame. I'm so sorry for what this evil children of Satan have done. I hear you, family, but we got to be sorry for what we've done. We got to be sorry for what we've done. That's how we reverse the spell. Because if we just keep, the hijack gonna be the hijack. I mean, yeah, it's devastating, but we let this in, man. This energy that we kept praying to, it opened up this reality. You know what I'm saying? For us to, lose it all. Whether we're talking flooding, whether we're talking gentrification. Tennessee Valley Authority, okay, did much of the flooding. All right, it's a couple lakes the fam's talking about over here, man. We got Lake Barkley and Kentucky Lake. Let's dig on. We're just going on a live lake chase, man. We're chasing lakes, chasing NAGA history, man. Chasing the NAGA story. One lake at a time. One lake at a time. Come on, man. Let's get it, man. Now, was it Lake Kentucky? All right, so we looked at Lake Oconee. Let's look at Lake Kentucky. And just like Oconee, you see the con. Obviously, in the Kentucky, you see the con. You see where they've been hiding the con, like American, all over the place. Oh, yeah, I mean, these things just pop out like sore thumbs now. Right now, you can see this lake. You say, what's inside of that lake? That's your question right away. What is in this lake? Now, this lake, kind of stretches out like a river, man. Interesting. What's inside you, Kentucky Lake? And she had another one too, Lake Barley or something like that. I'm just surfing away. Oh, yeah. Give me the pixels. Give me the blotches. Hey, man, I can't wait till we discover, another type of satellite system, that we can really look into these lakes without the pixels. Oh, man, without the blotches, we're going to go cray-cray when we can see the truth about what's inside of these reservoirs, of these lakes, these man-made lakes, man. Made from these damn dams. You can make some type of structures out a little bit, man. Clearly you see a half circle, you know that, something's going on. And there seems to be quite a few of them. Oh, man, Hijack, we on your ass, man. We on your ass, Hijack City. We on your ass. We are searching, man. That's all we saying is that we searching, man. We searching and we seeking. Once in a while, you run into some type of gem. I don't care what lake you in and how much they cover up. Once in a while, you're gonna hit something like this, man. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? What's going on? What in the fraudulent pixels is going on right here, man? Huh? I gotta put a pin next to this, man. Kentucky Lake fraud pixels. What the flip is going on, man? I just want to make sure we can get back to this stuff. All right. Okay. So what else? What other lake did the fam tell us about? So new creatures said Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley. Now, the Tennessee Valley Authority did most of the flooding. So just like the other one, we want to put in Kentucky Lake Dam flooded town. Whoa, somebody put temples. We got flooded temples? I'm just going to leave that in there, man. Uh-oh, boss. Why does this seem to be a broken record? We're going to get a few more of these, man, Why do we keep running into ghost towns and ghost lakes covering up what they're calling ghost cities? Love to davesgarden.com. Come on, man. Ghost towns aren't found only in the Old West. Some are found underwater. Birmingham, Kentucky is one of those underwater ghost towns. So all I did was inquire based on the family's lead. I wonder what NAGA city is underneath Kentucky Lake. We find out that Birmingham is underneath Kentucky Lake. When the water level in Kentucky Lake is low, the remnants of foundations and streets are often visible, especially at Birmingham Point, named after Birmingham, England. Okay. The founders had hopes the town would establish an iron industry similar to its namesake. It did. The remnants can still be seen today at land beneath the lakes. Following the Civil War, the town grew and prospered. According to Collins' History of Kentucky, Birmingham had a population of 322 in 1884. Managa, do you trust any numbers they're giving you? Do you trust any of the story they're giving you? Once they are willing to flood your city, do you expect them to give you your numbers and your demographics and all that stuff? They're going to make it another mining town. They're going to say it's just a few hundred people. Only sometimes they can't hide it. They got to say, oh, okay, like the Tulsa situation. They talk Lake Benson and these flooded NAGA cities that we've been digging on, right? But that's very far and few. Other times they're going to say, oh, it's just a mining town. Don't worry about it, boss. We just had to flood it, right? But we'll tell you a little bit about what was there. We had 2 schools. Under that Kentucky Lake is 2 schools, 2 hotels, 4 dry goods and general stores. So 4 stores, 2 wagon and blacksmith shops, 5 churches, 3 grocers, 2 millinery shops, and a drugstore. By 1929, about 600 people called it home, they're saying. Yeah. 1938, the Tennessee Valley Authority, just like the fam said, announced the construction of the Kentucky Dam in order to create Kentucky Lake. Why would they destroy a whole city to create a lake, man? That shit don't make no sense. Either you got a lake or you don't. At that time, Birmingham's residents were told they must relocate. The dam was completed in 1944, and the entirety of Birmingham was submerged under the lake. And here again, they always call them the largest man-made lake in the world at that time. They said the same thing about Johnstown, Pennsylvania, right? We're just surfing away. When the water levels are low in Kentucky Lake, you see the remnants of the foundations, the streets, access roads are visible, especially at Birmingham Point. Doesn't that hurt your heart, man? Jam up Johnson right here. Yeah, it seems like we could just pop in any lake, look at the dam history, and you're going to see more evidence of, what they really were trying to hide. You got to ask yourself, is this information, we should never know? Should we never, ever dig on this, man? Should we never know, what I'm saying, the truth about what was left behind when the waters, oh yeah, these niggas still got me a copyright strike. Yeah, or not even a copyright strike, a community strike. Just for talking about the tenderoni. But sorry, my NAGA. We are surfing the wave, man. We popping off, man. Back on track, back tuning in, tuning up from JoiWorld, and just looking forward to the next time that we can just dig on it in real time, man. And in battle time, just continue to pop off. This is why we do what we do. I appreciate all the support for our channel, because it's not easy fighting through Hijack City just to get this stuff off, you know what I mean? And a lot of stuff we come and we do, straight from our own zone, man, our own homes, our own pockets, our own flow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, especially when it comes to this YouTube flow. You look at the monetization and the stuff that we drop, you're 90-something% is going to be off unless we are, doing a radio show and we're chopping it up. But even those, a lot of times we don't even monetize, You're just going to see a lot of monetization off, because we don't really I don't like messing up the flow, and, I don't need YouTube, finances, what I'm saying, in order to pop it off, man. We just need 500 code keepers to pop off whatever we're doing, and we appreciate all the support, man. Dragons on the wall. But yeah, we don't really break bread off of YouTube. We don't monetize barely anything around here. So all your support is truly necessary, and the AI is real, and it's coming from the real ones that really go out of their way, go to extraordinary ways to support what we're doing. So you're hitting us on the CashApp or the PayPal. We appreciate you. All the Dragons sponsors supporting the 432 Radio, so we can break bread with our Ether Squad community of educators every month. And of course, man, you're supporting JoiWorld, man. You're popping off, man, for our building projects. This is the first of many, and how grateful we are to exceed our goals. And I mean, the first time out, just letting us know we got all the confidence in the world that the cons are going to see us all the way through and all the way home. That's why we're here, man. And that's why we're building our fence and our wall of protection. You know, it gets no realer than this. It gets no realer than that, man. You know what I'm saying? All my NAGAs that's contributing, the AHAB is real. The AHAB is real when it comes to our wall of protection, man. Hey, shalom to the real ones, man. Shalom to the tribe. You know, let's get a few more of my NAGA, man, for the dismount. I'm just having a good time reconning. Hey, like the Queen said, we must repent for our ancestors' sins and our sins. It's not just about the evil children of Satan, man. It's about our own ancestors, our own selves, man. We went off. This is why the Most High put a foolish nation over us, man. Oh, whoa, we must be baptized in repentance. Nah. We must keep the code, keep the code. And if you're going to be baptized, make sure you baptize in the living water, the real water, and you turn back to the age of 32. Hey, that's the hijack, man. Genius Jones said this makes Nestle's attempt at monopolizing of the world's fresh water resources that much more sinister. Okay. So Nestle's trying to make a move on the entire world's fresh water. They definitely must be trying to get that Lake Superior dry. Love to Charles Johnson, man. Always big up in the indigenous Americans. Alexis Laurel says, so glad you utilized my tip. I've been telling Mom Dukes, Mama, they done messed up, and the dog has remembered where his bones are buried, and there's no stopping him till he digs them all up. I've been loving maps for years. The hijack has paid me for many hours to read contracts. The whole time I'm deep into the maps, I never knew where my intrigue came from. I guess I was getting ready to pop off. For the Most High. Hey, Alexis, for your contribution. Let's go. Copper Color Creation, man. Please support the sister's brand new channel. She's popping off. And every Tuesday, 10 o'clock Pacific, HaWah's popping off at 432 The Drop Radio. Newest member to the Ether, Squid Eye. Let's go, man. Shabbat Shalom. That's right. Every NAGA got a lot. I found my ancestors' land. Now it's time to collect. Yeah, I had haters and naysayers telling me good luck and I would never find any land, but the Bruces just gave me my gasoline. I just hired me an attorney. All gas, no brakes. I'm on one, and boots on the ground for Shiloh, aka Show Low, Arizona. I'm right here. Thanks, my sister Hebrew Widow. I stay on Google Earth, so I can see clearly. Lots of dragons in inner Earth. I'm so Baruch, so blessed. Thanks to my Heavenly Father, He wants to see us win. I know for a fact He has a plan for me. KTC, MHOE. All praise the Most High. Come on, man. Halal, HaWah, man. My aqua is popping off. Yeah, we dug on that Shiloh Show Low. And underneath that Shiloh Lake, they got the whole city or town of a deer. Was it a deer? Something like that. Man, we just talking about Shiloh. Oh, yeah, we're talking about Shiloh. They say, this town is named after a card game. I said, this sure does seem like Shiloh, Arizona. And then when you start looking into the lakes, you look into the history, they try to go around the subject. They picked their history up from 1930s. Talk about libraries and landscaping projects. We had to go a little deeper. And you start, reconning the hidden petroglyphs in Show Low. See? So you start to connect to the indigenous, what they call ruins that were flooded by this Show Low Lake. Yeah. In Arizona. another damn dam. 1200s, you got a whole tribal village was established in the area in the present-day Show Low, but later abandoned for unknown reasons. So I guess we can contemplate. 3 centuries later, Francisco Vasquez de Coronado, we've been talking about the Coronado expeditions live at 432 to Dry Radio. He left his footprints in the area searching for the, I can't make this up, my NAGA, 7 cities of gold. So we talking Show Low or we talking Shiloh? Either way, we're talking Coronado and the 7 cities of gold, which means we're talking Estebanico, Azamore, right? He was followed another 3 centuries by mountain men Ewing, Young, and Kit Carson. Okay. Yeah. Show Low. And here comes these Mormons, right? Here they come, popping off. So then we took it to the lakes. And I'm just giving you the rundown of why HaWah is popping off with the Show Lows. Yeah. You see there's a couple lakes here in Show Low. One is called Full Hollow Lake. Right now it's a recreation area. How many acres? 850 acres covered up by this water now. Yeah. This was created by private and public partnership, right? Private and public in 1988. Recently, right? 88. Between the city of Show Low and the U.S. Forest Service, Arizona Game and Fish, they're all over the place. Arizona State Parks, and of course you have private entities. Private, right? Construction started in the fall of 1991, my God. Oh, and then you got Show Low Lake, or Shiloh Lake. Come on, man. We see clearly, and we say, what's underneath Show Low or Shiloh Lake? We just kept going, you know. They love to Amber Ruffin, who, you know, got us just popping off, you know, with these underground cities, man, and underwater cities. And we got into the Fool's Hollow Lake, and they got his name, they're saying, because only a fool would build there, and then they put the dam up. You know, then popped off this whole entire lake. Now you got the city of Show Low in 1988 began making agency contacts with the U.S. United States Forest Service, and of course the Arizona Game and Fish. Like I said, they're everywhere. And Show Low recognized the economic benefits, tourism tied to quality recreation areas. So let's flood the ruins of the indigenous people. Let's flood whatever petroglyphs, whatever we see. Let's just flood it because of the economic benefits of tourism. This is what the hijack is saying. This is what the hijack is doing, and they're passing their bills. They're passing their bills, and we say, man, just keep it real. Just keep it real. You know, we looked at the Show Low history, and they're going to, you know, give us what they got, but then they finally came correct. They said this 800, remember we saw 850 acre recreational area with a 150 acre lake. Underneath it is the tiny town of Adair. Oh, they put tiny town because they don't want to put big town because it's covering 800 acres. But it was Thomas Jefferson Adair who was responsible for the name Full Hollow. And it's just a cover-up because, you know, Ahab the Caramayo talks about the James Adair drop. And, you know, is one Adair got to do with another Adair? I mean, you know, what's going on with this town called Adair? Is it a tiny town or is it a big 800-acre town? And why is it underneath Full Hollow Lake area? You know, Full Hollow Lake and Show Low are right next. It's all the same thing, man. I mean, what's underneath Shiloh, Show Low? What's underneath what they call Full Hollow? And who are they playing for the fool? There seems to be a whole town underneath Shiloh, Show Low. You can recon the ghost town of a deer. Yeah, they want to claim heritage on your heritage, man. But now only the museum would know, right? Show Low Historic Museum would know, right? This is their museum director right here. Oh boy. All you need to know is that when they came to Show Low, here comes the Mormons again, right? Brigham Young says this is the place, and got us questioning. I mean, are you talking Shiloh or Show Low? Why would Brigham Young say this is the place? And why is it connected with this Coronado situation and the 7 cities of gold? I mean, is that why a deer had to come over here and say, you know, I like this place. I mean, this is the place. Any correlation with the 7 cities of gold? And are we talking Show Low or Shiloh? You know, when you dig on Shiloh, they pretty much say the same thing, right? Just look at the wiki. Just bring me to the wiki. Shiloh. Mainly known as the name of a biblical city which preceded Jerusalem as the central worship site of the early Israelites. Shiloh was an ancient city in Samaria. So go get that Shiloh Show Low job. We went into Samaria. Went back to the Hyborian War map. According to the Bible, Shiloh was the major Israelite worship center before the first temple was built in Jerusalem. NAGA, this is very important to ask. Are we talking Shiloh or Show Low? You see why we're asking this question? Because if it's connected to an ancient city, would that ancient city have anything to do with this Francisco Vasquez Coronado searching for the 7 cities of gold? Would that be why Brigham Young would say this is the place? And are we talking Show Low or Shiloh? And what city is buried underneath? You know, they say the tiny city, the tiny town, right? It's a tiny town. Is it a tiny town underneath Shiloh, Show Low? Or is it an ancient city? Would they tell you ancient city? Or would they tell you to your face, nah, that's just a, I don't know, one of those tiny towns. It's not an ancient city, boss. Ain't nothing to see here, boss. It's just a tiny town called Adair after Thomas Jefferson Adair. It's just a tiny town. Or is it a ancient city, and now we're talking Shiloh or Show Low. Underneath the water, now called a ghost town, right? A ghost town. Abandoned in 1906, Adair is now at the bottom of Full Hollow Lake, 2 miles northwest of Shiloh or Show Low. Yeah, another inundation or flooding, purposeful flooding of the Hollow in 1957 when the state of Arizona and Army Corps. This is a military operation, my nigga, because they built a dam on Show Low Creek that flooded an entire city that Brigham Young said this is the place. And is it the same place that Coronado's looking for related to the 7 cities of gold? What happened in 1200 to this tribe that was abandoned for unknown reasons? My NAGA, we just talking Show Low, or are we talking Shiloh? And what is beneath the waters? I mean, even Kentucky got some interesting drop popping off, shining on them. You see a lot of little infrastructure here, man, as well. Let's not act like we don't see this, right? Land bridges or bridges or railroads, we don't know. Yeah, man, it's a very interesting pop-offness right here. We don't know what this is. We don't know about a lot of this stuff, man. We don't know about a lot of this stuff. We don't know what these possible ships are doing in Lake Mead, man. Huh? We don't know about all this pop-offness over here. We don't know what this is. We don't know what that is. We damn sure don't know what this and that is. But it's blotched out, pixeled out, and it's very interesting in Lake Mead. Yeah, we don't know if this is a Leviathan or not, or just some fancy boats making fancy waves. But we're in the Utah Lake. NAGA, what is this? NAGA, what is all this? I guess it's just waves from a boat, right? Because they just put a boat right where it looks like an eyeball would be. Hey, I'm just gonna park a boat right here. No sweat, boss. But what is this squiggly piece of land underneath Utah Lake? Yeah, I mean, that's just a little bit of the investigation we starting with as we search for our things, as we search for our stuff, man. And my NAGA's been popping off and, letting us know that you care. It is time to repent. It is time to, put down whatever barriers, we got between each other and just unify around a common code. Love to copper, color creation. Love to Rick Rochia, CEO Fake Boss. All right. Shout out to you for your hard work and dedication. Shout out to Dane Calloway as well. He's waking our people up on our true identity as well. Shout out to Dane, man. Real talk. Johnny B. Good says, I own property in Lindsville, Pennsylvania, and we're down the road from a man-made dam called Pi Matuning Lake. And you can definitely feel some strong energy up there, and good and bad, like you're on someone's home. Kind of find out there was a small city or village of Lenape Indians inhabited the land before they were forced out. Eventually, it was all flooded out and made into a lake. It's crazy how I was just mind blown about the dam situation and stumbled upon your video. These are all facts. Much love and peace from your pale skinned cousin. Okay, man. Hey, you surfing the wave, man. You building with the Nagas, you KTC. Hey, that's all we're talking about right here. You talking about that energy, though. And this might be a good one to dismount, and we'll come back in with your great comments, man. Good build. Shout out to all the Nagavilles, not just great son. This is just unreal. Almost cried. God, we need our land back. Hey, Halal, HaWah. Hey, all we need to do is keep the code. We will be the head, not the tail of the Dragon Pack 13. In South America, the highest lakes in the mountains have CDs, gigantic temple cities underneath the water in the lakes. Okay, we got to dig on South America, man. You know, we on Google Earth, we can go anywhere. Yeah, man, Lake Wanapiti, Wanapiti, near Sudbury, Ontario, where there's lots of gold. Yeah, cities of gold. I wonder if there's also another buried Naga town. Some strange accidents happened there. I was just reading it last night, then saw this video. So you see my Naga, these lakes continue, man. My Nagas see clearly, man. You know what I mean? That so much drop. You know, like Atlantis, you know what I'm saying? Our cities are underwater. Second Edris. I, Edris, saw upon the Mount Seir great people whom I could not number. And they all praised HaWah with song. In the midst of them was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said to me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of HaWah. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowned them and gives them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the son of HaWah, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of HaWah. Hey, Hosea 3 and 5, search for HaWah and Dawi, then you'll see clearly. Everything's being brought to light. Hey, love to Nicholas Johnson for that Ezra's. Love to Linda Baton. Everything's being brought to light. We are living in revelation, and our oppressors will surely pay for the crimes against the children of the Creator, and soon say la. Hey, HaLal. Yeah. B.O.W. White said, I just researched when was the first dam built in America, and it was 1640. Usually they say they would build a church first in Scituate, Massachusetts. Drive Nation is on it. The Most High has opened up more knowledge of what happened in the not so distant past. All praise the Most High. HaWah. Hey, love to B.O.W. White, True Wave Surfer, man. I appreciate you. Yellow Hawk, Suit Nation. They do the same thing on Mars, man. Mars on Mars, man. Let's go. There's a YouTuber named Art Alien TV. He's found pyramid structures all over Mars. It's obvious that in the ancient past, Mars was inhabited by an ancient civilization that built pyramids and structures. Hey, Mars on Mars, man. He's also found animal skulls and even statues of people, facial features, African hair, Afro hair. It is crazy. Love to Yellow Hawk, and True Fan says, a few good droughts will dry up these lakes. Just let it happen. Although this is outrageous and sad, we have so-called black communities and cities that are in need of time and attention right now. Back then, black men would acquire land and build on them. That takes education, skill, and labor, time to make it happen. And shout out to the Templar. He said at the 45 mark, since blotch seems to be the word of the day, blot late 14th century, a spot or stain of ink, also a moral stain or blemish, a disgrace, a sin of uncertain origin, perhaps of Old Norse blotchier, blot, stain, Old French blot, variant, block, block. You see it means sin. You see the relation to black. You see it's originally of unknown origin, but now applied to Norse or Old French. Typology or typology or topology. Same difference, man. Templar got the drop, man. We're going to continue, man, with your great comments, my noggins, and y'all gave some more great leads, man, when you dug on Lake Oconee. We got to dig more on that. Kentucky as well. Oh, there's another lake, Lake Barkley. That was another one. So, y'all get ahead of me, man. Keep digging on these lakes. Keep digging on this NAGA story. You know what I'm saying? The family also said something about the Pai Tuning Lake. I used to feel a lot of good energy over there, man. How about we dig on a little bit about that Pai Tuning Lake on Google Earth for the dismount of my NAGA. Yeah, I appreciate all the AI. And, this is heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy, to recon this possibility here. That underneath all these reservoirs are your things. Man-made lake in Crawford County, Pennsylvania. So this almost connects to the Johnstown, Pennsylvania flow, man. In Ashtabula County, Ohio. We dug on all those Atlantis-like cities in Ohio, so we're right back in Ohio. Shout out to all the Ohio cons, man. All right, so we in the reservoir. We in here. We in the Pai Matuning Reservoir, man. You already know, man. Nothing but pixels and blotches. Or blocks. Or blacks. Love to Templar Irvin Reed. Y'all tell me what y'all see, man. Y'all tell me what y'all see. They're all unique. They might seem like, just the way they blotch them up the same, but, I always see like, just different elements, man. Like this here. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nothing but blocks, blacks, and pixels and blotches, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at these big old rectangles and squares, man. What do they not want you to see, man? The bro just told us what it was. The family just said what it was. Let's get that comment again for the dismount. You can definitely feel some energy if they're good and bad, like you're on someone's own. Man-made dam, right? Yeah, come to find out there was a small city or village of Lenape Indians inhabited the land before they were forced out. Then eventually it was all flooded out, made into a lake. Shout out to the Lenape Nagas, man. You know what I'm saying? So, how many towns, how many cities, man, and what are they blocking out, man? Huh? What is all this under here, under these big squares and triangles, man? What's under the big square, man? Look at this big old square. Was it a rectangle? Managa, what don't they want us to see? This perfect little rectangle here. And that's not the only one. Oh, ain't nothing to see here, boss. Say it with me. Nothing to see here, boss. Keep looking the other way. Where's the tabernacle? Who knows, boss? Was it flooded underwater, boss? I don't know, boss, what this rectangle is, boss. But ain't nothing to see here, boss. I try to tell him, man. Hey, we out of here, baby. We out of here, man. This is amazing. You know, this is just what it is, you know, in real time. Ain't nothing to see here, boss, huh? Nothing to see here. And it's covered up by all this other murkiness they put, you know, so you can't see nothing. It's like a little high-tech grade, hijack grade they want to put on it. Nothing to see here, boss. We just popping off our boats, boss. Yeah. Stalker Island. Let's go up a little bit. Nothing to see and hear, boss. Nothing but blotches, huh? Nothing but blotches, boss. Yeah. I know it hurts my noggins, you know what I'm saying? You know, finding your stuff, your city's all in the water, but at least you can find it. You know, at least you have an idea that it's still here. You know what I mean? And maybe this is, you know, HaWah's way of preserving, you know, certain things, man. Look at this, man. You already know this is another NAGA city under this lake here. Cornerstone Lake, man. Man, ain't nothing to see here, boss, man. We just doing our thizzle. Just doing our thizzle. Yeah. We got him, though. Oh, yeah, we got him now. Blotches and pixels. We got him now, man. We got him now, my nut. Hey, all praise HaWah for the clarity, you know what I mean? And, you know, all it takes sometimes is you to keep trying, you know, just keep trying. Keep digging on it. It definitely seems like a familiar story no matter where you are, you know, that they flooded your cities everywhere. You know, Canada. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. What in the world? See what I'm saying? Like, you go other places, they just light it up. They put a rectangle for no reason. Look at all this, man. Oh, they're just islands, man. They're just islands. Nothing to see here, boss. Just imagine what the landscape once looked like. Yeah, this is all Canada, man. You know, Canada got the drop. Canada got a lot of drop. Whoa, Great Slave Lake. Have y'all ever heard of the Great Slave Lake? I've never heard in my entire life of Great Slave Lake. Wow. Wow. This is just way up there, right? Way up there. Northeastern Pass, Northwestern Pass. Yeah, you ain't on no damn ball, man. Remember that too. Great Slave Lake, though. I mind if I put a little pin right here, man, just to make sure I can navigate back to Great Slave Lake. Wow. Hey, we didn't see that coming for the disc map. Now, I wonder what's NAGA cities underneath Great Slave Lake, man. That's a great place to pick up on. You know what I mean? We were just popping off. Wow. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going inside the Great Slave Lake right now, man. Don't mind us, man. Yeah. You already know. More pixels, more blotches. Great Slave Lake, though. I gotta dig on that right quick for the dismount. Got to. You see perfect squares and pixels, right? So they're covering up whatever's inside of Great Slave Lake. Look how big it is, though. Yellow knife. You know this place got a story. If they gonna call it Great Slave Lake, wow. Yeah, why not, man? Great Slave Lake. History. How do you get a name like Great Slave Lake? The Great Slave Lake was put on European maps during the emergence of the fur trade towards the northwest from Hudson Bay in the mid-18th century. The name Great Slave came from the Slavey people, one of the Athabascan tribes living on the South Shore. All right, that's the story. That's the story. They're still going to stick to it. The Slavey people. The Slavey people. Man. That's what I wanted to know about the damn dam. The Great Slave Lake is located in Northwest Territories, largest lake entirely within the Canadian borders, the 5th largest lake in North America, 10th largest lake in the world, Great Slave Lake, 2nd largest lake entirely. What else, man? Oh, the name derives from slavey, a word sometimes applied to a major group of Den, D-E-N-E, people indigenous to the region. So they just call them slavies. Okay, that's a story. That's a story. Guess y'all just gonna stick with it. 10,000 years ago, Great Slave Lake formed at the end of the Wisconsin Glacier. The glacial ice retreated, sediment filled the former arm of the lake, yada, yada, yada. The river remains the main source of water draining into the lake. Man, y'all better talk about these damn dams, man. Stop playing. Tal-Thili people. Uh-huh. So why do you think they applied the name slave to these people? Oh, here comes the Christian missionaries. Right. That train's never late, my knock. Mining gold, they're looking for gold. You know, I'm just looking at the key points, man. No, they popped off about these dams around here. Going pretty fast, though. Let's back it up. The construction of the W.A.C. Bennett Dam. So let's just follow that lead right there, man. You know, we just popping off, man. Flooded town. Let's go. For the Displacement. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot to do with this damn dam. The WCA Bennett Dam is a large hydroelectric dam on the Peace River in northern British Columbia. He's talking Canada, one of the world's highest earth-filled dams. Construction of the dam began in 1961, culminated in 1968. At the dam, the Finley and Parsnip and Peace Rivers feed into the Williston Lake and referred to as Williston Reservoir. Dam cost $750 million. That's how important it is for them to flood your cities. The building of the dam and the reservoir were not without controversy. One controversy was caused by the significant negative environmental effects the project had on the immediate environment, man. So this hijack, you know, they say they want money, but they are spending $250 million here, $750 million, billions of dollars on these dams, right? Just to get what? Tourist attractions, my NAGA reservoirs and lakes, more water supply, they say, hydroelectricity, yada, yada, yada. 350,000 acres of former forest land was flooded. And I need you to understand what comes with 350,000 acres, man. 350,000 acres flooded. They paid $750 million to flood 350,000 acres of your forest, of your land, underwater. This caused the loss of plants and wildlife biodiversity as well as risking mineral and timber rights. What else was flooded? A second controversy related to the fact that the land had been inhabited prior to its flooding. The land had been inhabited prior. That means that there's already cities, there's already communities already here. More Nagaville in Canada. Therefore, the flooding resulted in a displacement of 40 or 50 residents located in the trench. Yeah, okay. You trust their numbers, man? Among them were members of the Sai-Kai-Dean First Nation. So indigenous people. Gotcha. Okay. More of your story. The displacement had negative social impacts on the inhabitants, as the loss of the land that had previously supported them meant loss of autonomy and resulted in isolation, alienation, and social disorganization. A BC hydro consultant admitted in 1977 that the isolation imposed by the reservoir had severe impacts on Ingenika society and culture. And we're just talking about the construction of these damn dams. And this is the result. Great Slave Lake. We're just talking Nagaville. We're talking sunken Naga cities. 91,000 dams in America alone. Huh? 91,000 dams in the country. How many sunken Naga cities are we talking about? How much sunken Naga story are we talking about? How much of your story is underwater, whether we're talking Alabama, we're talking Oscarville, underneath Lake Lanier. And they killed all the black people in the surrounding area when it came to Oscarville in Forsyth County. Alabama's ghost cities, Lake Martin, the town of Benson, that had the Cal Elijah schools, and all the schools love to the family deprogram or decolonize. Yeah, it goes on and on. Cal Elijah, Alabama, Henry McKee Islands, Gunnersville, Alabama. Oh, all the way north too, up at the Central Park. You got Yorktown, or York Hill. You got Seneca Village. All Naga cities, right? So when you start to see the trend, you start to connect all these other reservoirs, all these other drowned American towns. Again, love the Amber Ruffin for the recon and got us popping off. And there's many, many more, man. There's many, many more sunken Naga cities. Shout out to my Nagas in York Hill, man. Seneca Village, man. This is why we build, because they're going to continue to flood us out, just like they did Johnstown back to Pennsylvania, South Fork Dam. It's a play. Another 2,000 Nagas here, another few thousand here, 91,000 dams. Shiloh and Show Low. We're just talking Adair. We're just talking Benson. We're just talking Oscarville, man. We're just talking Johnstown. Letting you know it's always been a racist scenario. They came after the Naga specifically. And they're coming after the Naga specifically. And this ain't no play. When it comes to Johnstown, it's Johnstown versus the Naga, right? Southern migrants and the Exodus of 1923. It's a great place to pick up as well. We got a lot of, great pop-off that's coming fresh off our Shabbat, man. Shabbat Shalom to the tribe, man. Putting in that work, man. And it's the type of work that we keep reconning. This is why the drop don't stop. Look out for Prester John, number 71. I'm only this far, man, because of you, you know what I mean? And we're going to continue. We'll keep dropping more Prester packs. Hey, out to all my NAGA supporting the Prester packs. You got all 60 of the first installments of the Prester John investigation, including the books and the maps and all the drop, man, connected with the recon. You got the ether packs that got hundreds of books and all the flow, the maps, and you know what I'm saying, the music, tribe of music, so much on them, poetry, radio shows, man, live radio shows at 432 The Drop. You supporting our ether packs is what's popping us off. It allows our personal infrastructure to build at 432 The Drop Radio. So hit up 432thedrop.com, get up in the drop shop, keep supporting the ether packs, or just hit us up, music at 432thedrop.com, man. Music at 432thedrop.com to inquire about, you know what I'm saying, your flat packs. Get the flat drop, get the ether pack 1, get the ether pack 2. Look out for the ether pack 3. But before we drop any of that, man, we're going to be coming with that Yosef pack so you can get all of the primary recon that Yosef's been dropping. I think the bro's on like episode 60 in the ether, so we're going to get so many of those radio shows, man, so much of that recon, that primary water recon, that Caesar's Messiah recon. I mean, man, so much the bro's been continuing to build, especially when it comes to that nano, you know what I'm saying, that silent weapon, quiet war recon. The bro does so much. Look out for the Yosef pack. Five Eyes Maz dropping his Tribe of Music debut album, man, popping off. Look out for the Mob pack. Look out for the 9 Spiral Yosef, the real album dropping. I got another strudel, man, fresh out the oven, man, from the bro Big Tech, man. The Coom saying Yosef got a new strudel. We got so much dropping right here. So, Ahab, for just surfing the wave and being patient with the Nagas as we, you know, reconstruct our boundaries. And we build our exodus and we build our flow in code. Because they just now tuning in. And that's why the Nagas is popping off, man. Hey, ThaWaDa, for all your recon, Johnny be good, what it do? Dracan Part 13, not just great son. Lamar Hudnell, man. JB, what it do, man? Ryan on the rocks, let's go. Nicholas Johnson, man, all the family. Linda Batten, breaking it down. BOW, White, Yellow Hawk, True Fat. Irvin Reed popping off. Yellow Hawk, Judah Boy. Oh, you got some drop on the Pickwick Dam. Flooded out Waterloo, Alabama, which was Cherokee land. It's underwater, but a new Waterloo is on the edge of the Tennessee River. As me and my wife studied these areas, it was mainly black lands. Just got to dig more and get some more info. Hey, Judah Boy's popping off, man. Hey, how do we recover all this? All this breaks my heart. My NAGA, we keep the code, and it will be revealed, man. It will be revealed. Hey, after Marilyn Brown and Carl Ballard says, this is true about Benson. People die and go missing in LA. You can still hear the church bells. But them church bells might be the whole damn problem, man. And that's why we KTC, we build our boundaries, man. We build our wall of protection. Shalak, great work as usual, Young King. Once again, these colonizing landlords created a dam first. Most people hear a first person named Adam, while I always heard Adam as the event, aka eve of the floods, were unleashed on our people. Keep unfolding their boxcar, aka Ark car. Will this turn their wheels to a wheel? Yes, sir. Continue your mission, my NAGA. New antique gaming. Let's go, man. And so many other y'alls, man. Great drop. Hey, LaVar Ball, Real Derail, what it do, man. Yeah, they getting rid of the evidence, man. All my NAGAs, we talking hijack. Yeah, we talking hijack. Shalom to the real Uncle Sam. Hey, that's in Cal Elijah. My bro surfing the wave, man. Hey, y'all got it, man. Y'all got it, man. My Naga's got it, man. My Naga's got it. All y'all popping off, man. I'm sorry I couldn't read all of them now, man, but we will continue to drop on this particular topic, and we got so many great topics coming up high. You already know, man, we build in our wall of protection. Support JoiWorld. Click the link at the bottom of the vid, man, and just allow us to pop off. Let's double this. Let's triple this. Whatever we, don't need will go towards whatever we do need. You see the Naga's building in real time, and we're doing it for you. We're doing it for the tribe. And most of all, we're doing it for our creator so we can continue to be KTC, MHOE, and stay dripping my Naga in that mem sauce, man. Love to Yosef. We popping off, man. Hey, up to all the champions, man, continuing to have victory after victory. When you see this right here, this is our victory. This is us hitting a mark, building a cornerstone, a corner pocket in JoiWorld and Nagaville. And we got a lot more building to go. Support our fence, and it will support you. HaWah to the 500 code keeping Nagas that don't stop, that don't let up, that have so much patience and so much vision when it comes to us and Drop Nation. And we applaud you, we salute you, and we appreciate you. All praise our Creator, Most High, Ancient Head of Days, for giving us the head and not the tail, for allowing us to be the head and not the tail, for giving us our land back, for putting the crown back on our head. So we are the head. HaWah gave you the head. You're able to be the head. You're able to be in charge. You know what it feels like to be in charge? You know what it feels like to be the boss, my Naga? You are the head. HaWah gave this to you. And now in code, you can build your cities again. You can keep the code. And ain't no flood ever touching this. That's what the rainbow's for. That's what the Rainbow Covenant is about. You keep your code. Ain't no more flood hitting your land, man. All praise HaWah. We popping off. And it's nothing stopping the drop, man. Let the water continue. Shalom.